Hello. Please excuse my post-gym face, although I have to say that for having this makeup for almost 12 freaking hours, looks pretty good after a HIIT session at the gym and laying my face in the mat and all of the things. I don't know. I don't think it looks that bad. Anyways, hello. We have our second update on my Project Pan today. There are some slumps, there are some suspicious items, and there's a little bit of progress. So, right about how Project Pans go. So, before we get into it, make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss all the fun. Let's get started. So, this is where I keep my Project Pan products. I'm missing one lip oil that is in my school bag, but that's okay. We can still talk about it. And of course, there are a couple of new things in here that will be added to the Project Pan that we will talk about as we move along. Let's start in the Viv and Gwen Beauty way, from least visible progress to most visible progress, or at least attempt to. And let's start with my Zoeva Premier Blush in Curtain Call. Is that the name of the shade? Yes, Zoeva in Curtain Call. I think that we're reaching like bane of my existence territory here because you can barely see that this is used. Hold on. That's looking a little bumpy. But I haven't had any reactions while using it. Ooh, that looks real bumpy. Yikes. Should I be putting this on my face? Ugh. Okay, it is pretty old. Ooh, Jesus. I don't know how this looks. I mean, yeah, this doesn't look amazing. Nowhere near to hitting pan. But I'm starting to be a little iffed out about how this looks. Tell me in the comments if you would keep this. Let me know. But again, like the issue with this is that, yeah, I mean, I'm using it more because I'm using more warm tone makeup these days because it's spring, summer. But clearly I'm not using it enough to hit pan, and I'm starting to wonder if this will last enough for me to hit pan. So that's where things are right now. I would love to hear your opinions on whether I should keep putting this on my face or not. Again, oh, hold on. I am breaking out on my cheeks. Is it this? Oh, geez. Now I don't know. I have been breaking out a little bit more than usual lately. And I wore this like twice last week. Oh boy. Okay, so I definitely have to maybe try this again and see if this is breaking me out. And I mean, I hadn't looked at it from a camera lens and I don't think I realized how bumpy this looks. Oh boy, highly suspicious, but the point is no pan. Next up, we have my Marc Jacobs Blurfection Undercover Primer. I think that as far as progress goes, it kind of looks pretty similar to what it did last time, but I have been using it lately. I just feel like I'm kind of moving away from primer because I'm using primers with SPF or SPF/primer. I just feel like a separate standalone primer is kind of like less and less necessary, but since the weather is heating up and drying up over here, I've been using this a little bit more. I just don't find it as hydrating as I used to. So I'll keep using it and see how it goes. But again, like I don't actually feel a huge rush to pan this. And I'm also wondering if I'll just kind of use it through the summer and then declutter whatever's left. But this is where we are. I think it's pretty close to what we were in our last update. Then we have my Tower 28 blush, the Beach Please Cream Blush in Happy Hour. I feel like there is a little bit more of a visible dip here. Still smells fine, still feels pretty creamy and, the same usual stickiness that Tower 28 blushes have. I don't really have any qualms with this one. There's probably a hair in there from one of my brushes or something because I sometimes use natural bristle brushes to use it. Not entirely in a rush to finish this up. This will come home with me to the US for the summer, and I'm hoping to at least hit pan during the summer. But again, it's a very easy blush that I use a lot with like when I'm doing like my simple weekend running errands but want to look put together kind of makeup. So it's just slow until you hit pan. I've already finished another Tower 28 blush before, and I know that once you hit pan, they go a lot faster. So I know I just have to keep being patient and trust the process. Then we have my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I have the satin finish one, and this is the shade Tan Latte. It's really hard to tell progress with the kind of window that I have, but if I lay it flat, basically what happens is that it all kind of lays down and it looks like I've used about half of this tube. I'll continue using it. I really like this concealer, especially now that I'm appreciating a higher coverage concealer a lot more. So I'm pretty happy with the progress that I've been making on this one, and it's like my everyday concealer that I use pretty much every time I do my makeup these days. So we'll just keep trudging along. Then we have my LYS Higher Standard Cream Blush in what's the name of this shade? Love Yourself? Self-Love Shimmer. I've already hit pan, which was my original goal, but I feel like the pan is slowly expanding. Not only the bottom that we see in the pan itself, in the component itself, but also just the dip that we have all around, because that's about the size of the blush that I use most of the time. I use the Refer LC2 or LCO2 to apply this, and we're also starting to see a little bit of side pan. So again, this is one that I'm gonna keep working on through the summer. In this case, because the packaging is broken, I'll probably use it throughout the summer and then declutter it at the end of the summer. So I don't necessarily expect to finish all of this, but I'm happy with the progress, and it's in fact a shade that I would purchase again. Next up, we have my Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. I use shade 15, I believe, and this is where the progress is at the moment. Okay, so I would say maybe like double than what it was when I introduced it to the project pan. I use very little of this because it can be quite high coverage, and I don't particularly love that for every day. I just don't think it's necessary. And with how liquid this foundation is, it is pretty easy to see progress, which is kind of nice. I of course shake it when I use it, but I mean, the bottle allows you to see the progress really easily. So again, this one probably won't travel with me for the summer, but my goal is to use at least half of the bottle by the end of 2026. Then we have my NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder. This is the shade Sunshore. Oh no, I was wrong. Soft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder. My bad. This is shade Sunshore, and this is my current everyday pressed powder, although I've been using a mini of the Hourglass Veil lately that I'm very, very happy with, since again, it's just much hotter over here in the Gulf. So I need a powder that sets. So I've been using that mini Hourglass just because I have it, but look how many more rings we have here that are kind of noticeable. That's why I'm kind of tipping it to the side so you can see the rings. I see 1, 2, 3, and definitely much wider diameter of the rings. So I'm pretty happy with that. This will come home with me for the summer so that hopefully by the end of the summer I can hit pan. Sneaky low progress. I had forgotten this at the bottom of the basket because again, this is a product that I don't use a whole lot, but I'm afraid that if I remove or tip those crumbly parts to throw them away, that the whole pan is just going to fall in the trash because this has been repressed a couple of times. This is my Becca Shimmer and Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. I use it from time to time, but again, it's a highlighter. God only knows when I'm going to hit pan on this, although I'm seeing kind of like, I don't know, some shading in the middle there that maybe could be a baby pan coming. So I'll keep working on this, but it will not travel with me in the summer because as you can see, it's very crumbly and it will just completely shatter in wherever I put it. So I'll continue using it for my everyday makeup, and then I will pick back up in August. I'm hoping that maybe I can hit pan it by the end I can hit pan on it maybe by the end of the calendar year, but it's a highlighter, not a lot of visible progress. That just happens. It's okay. Then we have one of my 2 Glow Reviver lip oils from e.l.f. This is Rose Envy, and I mean, if you see it tipped down, you can see that I have very, very little left. Have I taken the stopper off on this one? Let me see. I haven't taken the stopper off on this one, but you can see that there's just very little left here. Again, it's just something that I wear when I want to like add some comfort to my lips. So I'll usually wear it towards like the end of my workday as my lips are starting to get a little bit more tired and dehydrated. So it's just an easy one to keep on my purse, keep on my desk, and just reapply throughout the day. So I'm not sure exactly when I'll finish it, but I feel like I'm doing pretty well with the progress. I'm hoping maybe by the end of the summer I could be done. And then we have 3 new products that I'm gonna roll into my project pan. Let's talk about them one by one. First off, I have the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromania Tinted Glow Hydrator. I wear shade 51 medium. Again, because of the color in the packaging, it's kind of hard to tell where you are in terms of progress, but we do see some window here and here. And if you let the component like kind of rest, or if you leave it flat, you can kind of see, and it feels fairly light. This is one of my more common everyday complexion products. I've been using it quite a bit lately, along with one of the other things that I'm rolling into my project pan. I really like how buildable the coverage is and how lightweight it feels on the skin. It plays really well with other makeup products, and it stays pretty flawless all day. So it's a product that I really, really enjoy. I just want to make sure that I'm using it consistently while it's still good. This one will come home with me for the summer to see if I can finish it. Next up, we have this mini of the NARS Afterglow Liquid Blush. This is the shade Aragon. Really hard to tell with these. If you hear some snorting, that's my dog, sorry. It's really hard to tell with these containers, like how much blush do you have left. I use quite a bit of it because it's very buildable. Otherwise, on me, it can be rather sheer. So I can build it up quite a bit, but again, I'm just gonna keep using it until it dries down or I can't get anything else out of the container. I have purchased a couple of others of these. I think at least one mini, and I wanna say maybe 2 or 3 more full size of this formula because I really, really like it. I'll pick them up when I get home in the summer. And last but not least, as additions to the project pan, I have these Westman Atelier Liquid Super Loaded bronzing drops or liquid bronzer. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. This is the shade Pot de Soleil. One thing that I don't particularly love about this is first of all, the packaging is black, so seeing progress is right about impossible. But basically what I've been doing is just taking like 1 drop of this, like 1 big blob, and then mixing it with my Urban Decay Tinted Moisturizer. And that's my complexion for every day for like work and everything. So I've been using this pretty consistently, and because it sometimes separates because it's kind of oil based, I just want to make sure that I use it before it expires. So this will also probably come home with me for the summer, and I'm hoping that, I don't know if I can use it up during the summer, but I mean, that would be nice. Bonus addition, this product is technically rolled out of my project pan because, it's technically never really been in my project pan, but I do have pan in it, and I would, very much like to finish it. Shout out to Call of the Ball, who is impressed by the fact that I actually have pan on this because it's super deep. If you don't follow Call of the Ball, and you like colorful makeup, and you like indie brands, and you like someone that, always looks like a magical fairy that just drips herself in rainbows all the time, go follow Cole. She's delightful. This is a pretty substantial dip. This is the NARS Afterglow Liquid Bronzer. I use shade Laguna 03. You've seen this before just because, I bring it up because it's like a pretty deep component. It's a pretty deep cream bronzer, but I'm really happy with the progress that I have on this. It's never been like officially in the project pan, but I'm definitely committed to panning this. And because this format is being discontinued, I just repurchased it in the last chance section on the NARS website because I would like to have a backup of this one because it's like a perfect shade all through the year for me when it comes to cream bronzer, and I absolutely love the formula. And there you have it. This is my current update for my project pan, and these are the products that are in my project pan basket. I've decided to put them all together so that I can remember that I have a specific rotation of products in project pan, although it's not the only thing that I use for my everyday. How's your project pan doing if you're doing one? Is there anything that you are trying specifically to hit pan on, expand a pan, or just finish up either because you really enjoy using it and it's like a staple of your routine, or because you want it out of your life because it's the bane of your existence, like that Zoeva blush is starting to become for me? I would love to read from you in the comments, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let's support each other in using and enjoying what we have. Please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel for more project pan updates, and of course, hit the bell notification to make sure that YouTube lets you know when my next update is. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.